Hello, in this video we're going to be tracking severe storms of parts of Oklahoma, Kansas, and even parts of Tennessee. As all the storm juice will come together, there'll be a lot of NCB to support these storms. Along with that, thanks for this trough that will eject, that will kickstart severe storms. There will be a decent amount of little jet winds, so the threat for tornadoes and damaging winds is there as all the tornado parameters come together. So let's get right into this video. Alright everybody, so now let's get right into the videos. I hope you're having a very good Thursday so far. I am too. In this video, we got a big huge severe weather event that is fixing to happen today in a large area for parts of the central US. So if you like these videos I be doing on my channel, please hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get right into the video. So we have a huge severe weather outbreak fixing to happen. A tornado outbreak and a large hail outbreak, and possibly a damaging wind outbreak. There's a large sightly risk of severe weather for middle of the country, and also that a big huge enhanced chance of severe weather for parts of Oklahoma and Missouri, even Arkansas. So what's causing this? Well, thanks for this huge trough that is ejecting right now, that's going to kickstart severe weather. This storm system right here is what's going to kickstart a severe weather event. And you can see, guys, thunderstorms are already happening right now by parts of Indiana and the north and northern Missouri, but things going to start getting very busy as we get in towards the afternoon hours. So you can see this system right here. See, storms are already starting to fire up, but things are fixing to get fired up much more as we get far out towards the day. So now let's head right over towards the storm prediction, because we do have a risk for severe storms, a widespread risk. So you can see, so we have a widespread sightly risk staying far as south as Wichita Falls, Texas, and even parts of staying as far as north as Indiana in the north. So yes, the sightly risk does spread. So if you live in parts of Indiana in the north, western Ohio, Missouri, even parts of Tennessee, Texas, northwest Louisiana, you under a sightly risk of severe storms. And also we have the enhanced chance for severe storms, a much bigger threat, a much focused area. Springfield, Missouri, that includes you. Tulsa, Oklahoma, that includes you. Oklahoma City, not quite, most likely out of the risk, but if you're in that enhanced chance risk, be on the lookout for today. So enhanced chance of severe weather for parts of Arkansas, eastern Oklahoma, and even parts of south Missouri. And this is being driven off by the hail risk. So here's just seeing states at risk for the severe event today. There is a hatch risk for tornadoes, and that's why I'm making this video, because this is not a regular severe event. This is one of our bigger severe events, so that's why I'm making this video. There's a 10% hatch risk for tornadoes. EL2s are higher. If you're not 10% risk, eastern Oklahoma, central, western, or central Missouri, not Missouri, Arkansas, and south Missouri. If you're under that 10% hatch risk, you have a better chance of seeing a large tornado. Also, we do have that 5% risk for tornadoes staying far as north as Indiana and the north and western Ohio, and even parts of northeast Texas. And also that 2% risk of tornado, that's possible, stands far as north as Ohio. Tennessee, Jackson, Tennessee, that includes you. Memphis, Tennessee, that includes you. Dallas, Texas, that includes you. Tornado threat is possible. Wind threat is not probably going to be much of a bigger threat, but still there. We do have a wind threat. No hatch risk for wind, but still there. So we can see winds anywhere from 50 to 60 mile per hour winds. So we have a 15% risk of seeing damaging winds, excesses of 50 to 60 mile per hour winds. And this does include this whole sightly risk area. And even parts of Jackson, Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee, Little Rock, that includes you on a damaging wind state. But what's driven this enhanced chance is a 30% risk for large hail, a hail event, severe hail, 2 inch or higher, 2 inch or bigger. So the hatch risk does stand far as north as Indiana and the north. If you live in those areas, if you live in the black shaded, you're on that hatch risk. 30% hatch risk for large hail parts of eastern Oklahoma, Arkansas, and south Missouri. So please be aware for that. So here's your see states at risk for the wind threat today, and also the hail threat. Here you see states at risk for that. So what's causing this severe event? Well, thanks for this huge trough that's happening right now. Not a strong one, but decent trough, and it's pouring a lot of moisture out of God. So this same trough system is what's going to kickstart severe weather. You can see, guys, very strong trough. We got upper level, mid level trough, anywhere from 68 to 76 knots. Very strong mid level jet winds. And also, let's go to the low level winds. The low level winds will be pretty strong, so we will have the risk for damaging winds as we get towards later this afternoon and towards the nighttime hours. There will be a risk for damaging winds because the low level jet winds will be pretty strong. Just 5,000 feet above our heads. So eastern Oklahoma, low level jet winds right now gonna be pretty strong. Got low level jet winds anywhere from 30 to 34 knots. That's not a whole lot strong, and I think I see why we don't have that significant risk for damaging winds. It's because we don't have enough support. We don't have enough wind energy. The wind energy just 5,000 feet above our heads. It's only blowing 20 to 26 knots, so very weak winds, but we will have the risk for tornadoes. There will be enough wind energy to support tornadoes in large hail. So now we do have the storm energy, very high energy. We got Cape got values very, very high. So storm energy, yes, we got the Cape, very, very high Cape already, guys. And this is 2 o'clock in the morning. This was 2 o'clock in the morning. Look how high this Cape was. Like, boy. This is very, very bad. But look at this. As we get towards later today, guys, look at this. Cape values get very high, especially for parts of northeast Texas. Got Cape values anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000 joules per kilogram. Arkansas, you got a lot of Cape, anywhere from 1,000, 2,000 joules per kilogram. So there's definitely enough energy. And that's why we have that significant risk for hail. And look at this. As we get towards later tonight, the Cape does die up, but we still have a decent amount of energy for parts of Tennessee and northern Mississippi and Arkansas. And look at this, parts of Louisiana might see some high Cape too. But so the severe event might calm down as we get later on tonight. But still, if you live in parts of Arkansas and eastern Oklahoma, will have the best chance of seeing severe weather. So now, how about our temperatures? Because temperatures are going to be very, very warm. It's going to be very, very moist. Look at this. You can see temperatures are going to be in the 70s, even possibly 80s. And it's going to be warm all day. So that will feel severe weather. But look at this. How about dew points? Yeah, it's going to be there's enough dew points to support severe weather. We got dew points in the mid to upper 60s. And these dew points does stick pretty high. So there is definitely enough moisture in the air. So we got the Cape, we got the instability. The lowest thing the much we don't have is the mid upper level the low level winds. But still, everything else is a check. We got the dew points, we got the moisture, we got the instability, so we can put a check on that. So now we're going to look at this. So significant tornado parameter. This based on adds on all the ingredients. So it adds on wind chill, dew points. It adds on everything you need to support a tornado. And the higher the numbers are, the more favorable conditions are for a tornado. And you can see, yes, right now conditions are very favorable right now, but look at this. We do lose a lot of this as we progress toward the day, but still it will be enough. We do have enough values to support tornadoes. Means conditions are kind of favorable. And the reason why I'm saying conditions are not favorable right now is one thing. Everything is good. We just don't have the low level jet winds. The low level jet winds just 5,000 feet above head is so weak. Like we only got 30 to 34 knots, just 5,000 feet. So that's why the parameters are not very high, because we don't have a lot of winds. But you can see parameters does get pretty high for parts of central Arkansas. So if you live in parts of central Arkansas, you probably have the best chance of seeing tornadoes. The values does get pretty high as we progress towards the night hours. So now, how about updraft heuristic tracks? So this is based on each track. This does not mean you're going to see a tornado. It's just the higher the numbers are, the stronger the rotation. When you start getting into the dark reds and purples and pinks, that's very high rotation. And you can see we got a lot of tracks. A lot of tracks are parts of eastern Oklahoma, Arkansas. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at all these tracks we got. These are all these are rotating storms. We see a lot of rotating storms. Like, look at this. All this red tracks right here, guys. Something we definitely need to watch. That means we can have some big time tornadoes. That's why we have that hatch risk for tornadoes. So now we're gonna time everything out. So yeah, that's why we have that hatch risk for tornadoes. So now we're gonna time everything out. So by the time we get in towards 3 o'clock, you can see not much happening, but they start firing up back towards Oklahoma as we get towards 3 o'clock. Some new storms could be these tornadoes, large hail. Look at this, but things really start getting going until we get towards the night hours. Look at this. Very, very, very strong storms, supercell storms for parts of Oklahoma and Arkansas. Very large hail producing storms too. And now as we get towards later tonight hours to early morning hours, very early mornings, these storms do turn into a huge damaging straight line wind event. Look at this. As we're getting towards 1 o'clock, this does starts to line up and turn into a more like a damaging wind threat. Winds can be anywhere from 6 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts. Look at this. You can see as we get further out, this starts moving towards Arkansas, Tennessee. If you live in those places, northwest Mississippi, please be aware for those strong storms moving tonight, because those storms will be doing some very damaging winds. And this does move towards Alabama too. So now, how much rain we going to see out of this storm system? Well, we're not going to see a whole lot for parts of Missouri, but we will see a whole lot for parts of South Arkansas, Mississippi. You can see anywhere from 1 or 2 inches of rain on the European model. GFS model is showing a little bit more rain for parts of northern Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas seeing a decent amount of rain, Tennessee seeing a decent amount of rain, anywhere from 3 to 5 inches of rain. So please be aware for flooding. So it's going to be it for this video, guys. If you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on my next video.